What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table, we have another Game of Thrones card game, 2nd edition tournament match for you from the Quebec Regionals, brought to you by these awesome people that support the channel at patreon.com/Rob's Gaming Table. In this one, we got Sean Emberly playing Stark Wars to Come against Felix playing Targ Wars to Come. You've seen both these players before in this series. If you haven't, go back and check out the videos in a playlist at Rob's Gaming Table on YouTube. We got Waymond Manderly making an appearance here, first round with the Winterfell Steward and a Gates of the Moon. We got Daenerys exposed alone on the other side of the board. 5-cost Dany, Karth, and a Illyrio's Estate.
Yes. It doesn't affect war.
I wouldn't ask that question. Don't worry about it.
Of course. Of course.
So, do you just march Daenerys here? That's the question. That is the question. You have a Winterfell Steward there, but you got to be careful. If your opponent thinks you're going to march, they could play a Varys Riddle, assuming he's running it. And you could be in trouble here. So you probably don't risk the march here. I don't know. It's tough. Tough to say. I mean, the Stark doesn't really want to thin out its board anyway. Kind of wants to go wide, have extra characters to stack and draw from Wyman, stand with Robb Stark, that kind of stuff. But actually, I think this Stark deck's playing King Robb Stark, but I could be wrong. I know there was at least a couple decks playing it at this tournament. They're playing King Robb Stark instead of Core Robb Stark. Makes sense with King in the North in the meta. Lots of people playing that plot. And this will be the last round of Swiss. We got elimination rounds, top 8, 2 top 8 games, 2 top 4, and a finals coming up after this. So stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. It is free. It helps support the channel. And then once you've subscribed, make sure you hit that little alarm bell button to be notified when the next videos go live. Oh, he was baiting on the march. He played Blood of the Dragon, trying to burn away the Winterfell Steward, then march both the characters. But that didn't happen. The Winterfell Steward will die, though. And he's playing Peace and Prosperity, reducing the first character he marshals by 3, the first location by 2, and first attachment by 1. A little econ plot there. I think it's only got 2 gold printed on it. But he's got Gates of the Moon out there, so he should collect, I think, 4 gold. So very interesting play. But with Blood of the Dragon out there, right now Wyman's a 4. So a Dracarys or, I guess, a Consuming Flames and Dany trigger could lead to Wyman dying. So you got to keep Wyman out of challenges. I think Consuming Flames have to be in challenges. I'm not sure, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Let me just look that up. But I guess Dracarys, they would have to be in challenges, that's for sure. So we got Viserion out there, of course, to threaten the Dracarys. Probably save some money here to make sure he's got the Dragon standing and the Drac. Or I guess he's got Dany out there anyway for Dracarys if he needs. But Waymond is at risk. But we'll see what gets marshaled here on the Stark side. He could be fine.
So I count 4.
So Consuming Flames is a challenge action. You discard another target card from your hand to choose a participating character. Until the end of the phase, the character gets -3 strength and is killed if it hits 0 strength. But I think Dragon is No Slave is reduced by 2. So reduced by 2. Dany by 1. Yeah, I don't think that's enough. But Dragon is No Slave is reduced by 2. And they don't need to be in the challenge. But it has to be a character with no attachments in that case. So we'll see here. Sean could easily marshal an attachment out there to protect from that on Wyman. Since he's got attachments reduced by 1 right now, if he has any. I'm sure he would have a few in his deck if he's playing that plot. But the Targ player looks like he's done with his marshalling, saving 2 gold.
I was sure you're going to march, but then I should have assumed.
Yeah, you hear Felix talking about he thought March was going to happen for sure. But Sean wasn't going to risk that. So we have a Winterfell for 4 gold to give some strength buff and an excellent anti-Targ card to help get those characters some extra strength. So Wyman's actually back to being a 5 now. So Winterfell's played for $2 only. So that plot reduces the first location by 2. And then he plays Summer, which is free. Gets the Winterfell Steward back to hand. And he dupes Summer. And Sean's mentioning about it going horribly wrong in one way. But But he saves 2 gold. Doesn't play the Winterfell Steward. Interesting. Sitting on 2 gold. I don't know why he didn't marshal that out there.
Yes, that was actually the way.
And Dragon is no slave. Sean saying this is a horrible way it can go wrong. So we get Dragon is no slave and Danny reacting on Wyman.
No, he's -2.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, I'll do it on.
For
I'll do on him.
So he's changing his mind. He was going to do it on Wyman and realized it doesn't kill because of Winterfell. And now he wants to change his target back to Summer, or to Summer.
if I'm gonna give that
And Sean's debating not giving him back the take back here.
right now on the first turn.
And he's
Because he would die. He would die before I'd get to do the reaction. Otherwise, so if he's still alive, I can do my reaction on him.
yeah, Felix is saying he would have had the option anyway if he attacked Summer and he didn't die, he would choose Summer as the target off Danny's trigger.
Basically lose on this one.
Because if he's because then like
So they're going to argue their points here, why that should be taken back or not.
I'll lose the game.
So Sean's saying he's going to allow the take back and lose the game on it. He's not going to fight it, and he's too nice. So Summer gets burned off of the Dragon is no slave. Yeah, because I think Felix forgot that Winterfell was buffing Summer up to back to a 3. Blood of the Dragon's minus him, so he's 3. He plays Dragon is no slave
You should.
and reduces him down to only 1. So he needs to do Danny's trigger on Summer to kill him, which now leaves just Wyman on the board exposed and could just die to military claim. And you hear Felix saying he feels bad, and Sean's pissed. Sean's pissed. He's saying don't worry about it, but he feels dumb. He feels like he was too nice. Damn Canadians.
thing. I'm gonna do
Ah, that's awkward.
is there ambush in start?
Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, though. Like, Felix was a little quick there, pointing at his target off Danny. If I were Sean's final round of a regional, I might have just said, okay, cool. You target Wyman, sure. And then just carry on and not allow takebacks, but he was too nice here. And there's that unopposed military with Viserion killing Wyman. And Danny coming in on the intrigue. And he's going to do Winterfell on that, so no reaction triggers. And that'll go unopposed, and he's going to grab something out of the hand here for claim. And yeah, like I said, let me know in the comments below what you would have done there, or how that should have been handled.
I don't want to discard
Ugh,
card.
awkward. And this is table number 1, so I believe...
Now it's not even a game.
Yeah, I believe Sean could have made it into the cut here if he won this. So I can see why he's taking it a little serious, but he allowed the take back. So I can see why he's a little bummed. So we got Missandei coming in. Kotho discarded to bring a Kotho into play. And a power challenge off Missandei goes unopposed. Nothing to claim. And dominance goes to target player for nothing after the first round here.
My hand's empty.
The last match of regionals, I shouldn't have given it to you. I'm too nice.
Yeah, Sean's still salty about it. He's saying he shouldn't have given it to him. Final round of a regional Swiss. And yeah, Felix is talking about him being Canadian. That's why he did it.
Just like me on the first time I went to a regional and with Carter.
So I always lose.
It's okay. Kindness will come
It's really
back.
not. It's really not. I lose now. There's nothing I can
So time of plenty into time of plenty. So they're both going to draw 4 cards in the draw phase here.
Starting initiative.
And start player wins initiatives. This has got less power. You choose who goes first here.
Either I get rolled or I walk in cards.
I mean, yeah, he's probably not playing Valar Morghulis. He probably would have flipped it there to kill Kotho, Missandei, and Viserion, but Danny would have been still alive. Maybe he's playing Velardo Harris, and he's just going to try to let his opponent get a nice big board and then whittle it down and kind of level off the playing field at some point. So he's chosen the target player to go first. Target player is going to get 6 gold. Dupes up Viserion. Plays out a Rose Road for his limited. Kneels down Illyrio's estate. And spends 6 gold, or 5 gold to get Khal Drogo into play. So additional military here, extra pressure. It's gonna be hard for the Stark player to build a board back up. He's saying he's lost already, which I think is completely valid thought here. But I mean, back in that situation, like if Felix realized Winterfell was there, he would have chosen Summer as the target of Danny no matter what. But he went too fast, and once he realized that Summer wasn't going to die, he then wanted to change his mind instead of targeting Wyman with Danny. But I mean, a good target player who would have caught the Winterfell. I mean, not a good target player, just a player who knew his opponent's card was on the board. Because, I mean, it is the target player's responsibility to know that Winterfell's out there giving that +1 bump. So it's not Sean's, fault. He doesn't need to tell him every 2 seconds, let him know it's there. But, I mean, a player who knew Winterfell was there would definitely have triggered Danny on Summer anyway. So Sean would have probably been in the same situation no matter what.
Trying to think what you could be playing.
And I think that's why he ultimately just let it go through that way, because that's the way it should have happened.
It's all good.
Because you also don't want, as a Stark player, in this situation, you don't want to say, like, you didn't allow the take back, and then your opponent's super salty because he wouldn't have done that anyway, and you kind of win on a quote-unquote technicality. But then again, a final round of a regional in Swiss, trying to make the cut? Hell, no take back, son. I do what I can. If the opponent screwed up on a decision, whatever. Keep rolling with it. But yeah, get the discussion going in the comments below. Start some trouble. We'll beat up Sean for being too nice. Hopefully he doesn't do it again. At least not in the final round of a Swiss for the regionals. So we got a Winterfell Steward out there. Now we got a Ward. Yeah, Missandei's the only thing he can steal. No attachments on Viserion, so.
I don't control her anymore.
Nope. Karth doesn't work.
And yeah, he pointed out Karth can't get rid of Winterfell there because he doesn't control her. So he can only get rid of attachments on characters he controls. And we got the Winterfell Steward Nelt here. Great Hall Nelt. Does he have like a cheap Arya or...
For Missandei.
I guess, yeah, 4 cost unique or lower he can get into play here. Looks like it's a 4. Is it Catelyn Stark, maybe? Yeah, of course that Catelyn Stark. She's going to help with shenanigans, stopping shenanigans along with Winterfell there. Could prevent the target player from obliterating the board with burn events. And Danny triggers. But then again, you have Khal Drogo 2 militaries to deal with.
You're just gonna kill Missandei.
And I assume that's why he's mentioned about killing Missandei. If he did 2 militaries, Missandei just dies, and I guess the Winterfell Steward. But I mean, it leaves Catelyn alone on the board, maybe getting a nice march to the wall position here. Maybe the target player's attachment removal. He thinks he can get Missandei back. Maybe next round. Like an attachment removing plot, nothing burns, or confiscation. I don't know. I'm assuming the Stark player will probably just play Marched anyway to march her away and hit the other side of the board. That's a classic play with the Ward.
Intrigue.
So an intrigue with Danny for 3. Looks like Catelyn's going to block for 5, maybe, maybe not. Yeah, she's going to block for 5, no shenanigans.
Good, you got it.
And successfully defends the intrigue. Power challenge with Viserion for 2. Missandei is a 3, though. She has a Stark character, Stark affiliation due to Ward, so she's getting the +1 off Winterfell.
I mean, you could have done the... Oh, because you can take it back, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he realizes the burn events in the plot that he can take back by spending a gold winning with the dragon. He didn't win with Danny, but you can win with the dragon and get it back to hand by spending a gold. So you may want to defend here. Or you may not defend at all and just trigger Winterfell. Oh, and he's talking about possible put to the sword setup here. Then but, I mean, with 2 military challenges, you can't really stop that. Winterfell can only block reactions on, or triggers or whatever, on 1 challenge.
That's power. You want that thing in my hand?
He could just fully block it with Masandi. He doesn't have to worry about that event going back to hand. But I mean, 2 gold is there. Burn can happen. And Masandi could lose anyway. So he is going to do Winterfell and block with Masandi for 3. So now no shenanigans, so she won't get burned out. So yeah, another win on the defense there. And yeah, it sounds like the Tark player is going to pass here, but he says it feels like it's dumb, but he just wants to pass. Yeah, I have a feeling he's got attachment removal. That's the only thing I can see. I don't think you care about killing Masandi. Sean says he feels like he knows what's coming. Oh yeah, nothing burns would be a good call. Actually, looking down at the location base, Winterfell would get hit. And on the other side, Karth, which, I mean, who cares at this point? That's his trading that for Winterfell is not bad. Gets rid of a ward also. I probably see a marched here from the Stark player, I would assume. If he's playing it. Oh, Wildfire. That's interesting. Yeah, there's nothing burns on the other side, like I thought. And, yeah, the first player choice again is the Stark player, tying on initiative, but the Stark player has less power.
You're not gonna save her.
So he's baiting going in a different order. I mean, he won't choose Masandi off the Wildfire, as Felix just said there. So either way, she dies. So he lets the Tark player go first.
We'll trigger your thing.
So Wildfire first.
Save Miss Sunday.
And no, Masandi wasn't saved. She dies for the Wildfire. Word goes to the discard pile. And then Winterfell and Karth are gone due to nothing burns. On the other side, we have Kotho dying for Wildfire. So we got Flea Bottom in play on the target side of things. No targets, I don't think, in the discard pile. All we can see is Kotho, the Dragonismal Slave, and Karth. And we have Viserys Targaryen coming into play off the Illyrios estate. And he's going to save 5 gold over to the Stark player for his marshalling. So Tark player's up 5-0. Let's see if the Stark player can rally around here. He's got gold. He's got decent gold. I think 5 or 6 there. And he's got the Great Hall and the Winterfell Steward, which he's just knelt there. Spent 2. He's got Jory Cassell out there. I mean, he's decent for a save effect, but he still goes away. And we got Last Hearth Scouts is actually a good call for Flea Bottom being out on the board across the table now. But again, you got to keep him out of challenges. Keep him safe. You got to be careful. But I mean, new Dany is a pain in the, you know. She can just target. I think they don't even have to be participating. Yeah, after you play a target event, choose a character until the end of the phase. A character gets -1 strength and is killed if strength is 0. Limit 3 times per round. So yeah, it doesn't even have to be in the challenge. But I think the only other really she can be paired, I guess, with Astapor, or I guess there's other effects that don't need to be in the challenge, but especially Dragon is no slave. So power with Khal Drogo here for 5. No gold saved on the Stark side. 5 on the Targaryen side. Yeah, no defenders on the power challenge. Or did he say military? Oh, sorry, it's military. Military, my bad. Thought I said power, but we got renown on Khal Drogo there, and the unopposed power gained. And claim was the Winterfell Steward. And second military here with Viserion, thanks to Khal Drogo's ability. And it sucks. You want to save with Jori Cassel, but you don't want to put him in the challenge, because if he gets burned, then he's not there to save, and then you have to kill someone else. Yeah, he's a bit Sean saying, do I walk into it? I say no. Just let it go in a pose, save with Jori, put him in the discard pile. Sucks, yeah. He's got to. It's hard to make a comeback when Khal Drogo's out there going first, just claiming through you with military challenges. So no defenders. Probably going to spend a gold to get the event back to hand from his discard pile, if he remembers. Yeah, Dragon is no slave. Yep, he's going to spend the gold there to get it back to hand after winning a challenge with the Dragon.
Well, I have a reaction.
So Jori Cassel is going to save Catelyn. And there is a winter plot in play. Nothing burns like the cold there. Yep, Sean realizes he's going to put a power on Catelyn. That is something a lot of people forget. Yeah, Felix needs to read the card. Yep. A lot of people get caught off guard by that. I got caught off guard by it once from an awesome player, Alfredo, who doesn't play the game anymore, sold his collection, but he's the guy who designed my intro there, the Rob's Gaming Table intro at the start of my videos. But he brought a Stark Crossing deck to a tournament a year ago or so. And yeah, he did that in a Stark Crossing deck just to close out the game with a Jori trigger and having a winter plot, and just kind of caught everyone off guard. And yeah, ever since that, I will not forget that Jori Cassel can do that little ability as long as there's a winter plot in play. I don't know if it needs to be more winter plots, but just something about a winter plot being there, and he can do that. Putting a power on the character he saves. So the Stark character now is 1 power. We got an intrigue here from Daenerys. And Dany will block. Or, I mean, sorry, Catelyn will block for 4, so I think that's the safe full win there. Yeah, he does block the intrigue. And he's going to do a power with Viserys Targaryen. 4 gold still showing. And that will go unopposed. Nothing to claim, though. But the Targ player is now at 9 power. And now challenges for the Stark player. Do you put this guy in harm's way? Do you do it? I mean, at some point, you just got to start pushing back. You don't want to get in that situation where Catelyn's getting marched. He's going to do a military here with Last Hearth Scouts. And he's going to play a Consuming Flames and trigger Dany on him. So that's a dead Last Hearth Scouts, just like that. And Second Sons is now in the discard pile for Flea Bottom. Ugh. Dominus goes to the Targ player. It's, yeah, definitely nothing's really going the Stark player's way here. Yeah, the Targ got off to a good burn start there, and Khal Drogo backing it up with the military pressure, plus the burn just going on. Dany doing her, what was it, Machine Gun Dany they call her or whatever? Tommy Gun Dany, I don't know what the hell it is, but there she is, just pointing and clicking and killing people. Nothing burns on the other side and do counting coppers.
First player.
Stark player decides first player again. Going second hasn't really worked out for him. Flea Bottom is gone, of course, off of the Nothing Burns. And he chooses the target player to go first again.
I'm first player, so I get the 2 + 2.
I'm updating my policy though. No takebacks at regional.
Sean is saying he's updating his policy. He's no longer allowing takebacks. Thanks a lot, Felix, for ruining that. I was hoping to cash in on that policy at some point in the future when I played Sean, but you've ruined it for the rest of us. Damn it. Oh man, poor Sean. But he should have not allowed it. He should just said, "Okay, sounds good," and just held his ground. And both those characters would have still been alive. I mean, who knows for how long? They could have been killed eventually by more burn effects, as we've seen. Felix has had no problem getting those going. So again, 6 gold. He's got a great haul to help him out here on the Stark side for marshalling. We see Storm Crows in play there with 1 gold on them, so they're going to able to reduce strength also. Northern Armory for some stand and some future econ, assuming we go another round here. But yeah, I don't see how he's going to stop the pain train. There's more military icons out there. He's got to get something out there he can defend military with. If he's got a shot, it's got to be something he can defend military with. And Winterfell being gone now, that extra strength buff, he needed that for sure. I really think putting that last Hearth Scouts in that challenge was a big mistake. But then again, I mean, inevitably they wouldn't exactly be helping a ton right now either. And we got Great John. It's a big military body, sort of, but still not enough to deal with Khal Drogo attacking on a military. So military 5 to start with Khal Drogo. Great John's going to block the unopposed.
5 versus 5 right now?
Correct. They're all dead right now.
Yeah, so no actions there. Sounds like Sean's saying they're both going to die either way. So Great John dies for claim. Just blocking the unopposed, trying to slow his opponent down from getting unopposed power.
So hard.
Renown on Khal Drogo. And a military with Viserion, killing Catelyn. That one will go unopposed.
Missing
I'm
3,
pretty sure
so
you win. Yeah.
And yeah, that's it. Sean doesn't want to shake his hand, though. He is pissed. Oh, man. Poor Sean. Thanks to both players for playing on camera, though, for being good sports. I appreciate it. And we all appreciate it, I'm sure. Thanks all for being here watching. Make sure you subscribe. Stay tuned. We got more Thrones coming up. We got the top 8 cuts. And then if you're in the Millennium Games area in Rochester, New York, come by for that regional, August 25th. See you in the next video, guys.